What up, YouTube? It's your boy Dan, man. We back in the trap cooking another banger of life. Look, we got 1090 Jake breaking down what happened to Tory Lanez. I don't know all about what happened, but I know he got some of the info. So we gonna check it out.
Man, what's up, everybody? It's 1090 Jake.
Hey,
I'm
Tory,
rocking with y'all, and y'all
14
rocking
times?
with me. And for this video, we're gonna be speaking on Tory Lanez getting stabbed inside a prison and the man who did it. May 12th, 2025.
What y'all think happened,
Located
y'all?
north of Los Angeles lies the California Correctional Institution in
I'm
Tehachapi, California.
I'm thinking that nigga was paid, bro. Tory Lanez? You know this the singing nigga? You finna stab the singing nigga? Oh, no. Nah, somebody told you to do that shit. Allegedly.
In 2021, the prison closed its minimum custody facility, meaning its 2,600 inmates were level 3 or level 4.
2,600 people.
These are the most dangerous levels in California State Prison, where race, gangs, and strict politics are enforced with deadly consequence. The only step above this would be the maximum security inmates housed within the security housing unit, otherwise known as the SHU.
Get y'all shit together,
A disciplinary confinement reserved for the prison's most violent, whose only escape from a cell is a human dog cage. It was 7:20 in the morning when 32-year-old Daystar Peterson, who's more commonly known as the rapper Tory Lanez, was violently attacked. TMZ would originally report multiple sources, including a corrections officer, claimed Tory was on the prison yard, but an updated report from a representative of the California Department of Corrections would clarify Tory was attacked within a housing unit.
He was inside
Prison
the
staff
jail.
rushed into the unit administering first aid, while quickly determining Tory suffered life-threatening injuries, forcing them to call 911. Video would emerge of who's believed to be Tory Lanez landing in a life flight helicopter at Kern Medical Center in Bakersfield, California, an hour-long drive from the prison. With that distance, a helicopter was the only form of transportation able to move him fast enough to save his life. A message to Tory Lanez's Instagram account would state he'd been stabbed 14 times. 7 wounds to his back, 4 to his torso.
The head is the crazy part. The noggin?
2 to the back of his head, and 1 to the left side of his face.
I hope he can sing and shit still.
Both of his lungs collapsed, and he had to be placed on a breathing apparatus. Luckily, Tory was breathing on his own, and despite the pain was talking normally, in good spirits, and deeply thankful to God.
That's a good spirit ass nigga, cause man, get me out this mug, bro. Facts. Y'all think Tory Lanez going home now? His life in danger. He can't be in jail.
God that he is pulling through.
What you think for that?
He also wanted to thank everyone for their continued prayers and support. Based on his wounds, it can be assumed Tory was attacked from behind, as the majority of his wounds struck his back and behind his head. Initially, no word was released as to who did it, leaving room for speculation. Because this took place in California, the only time someone is stabbed and it doesn't result in a race riot is if they are stabbed by their own race. But that isn't the case here. Compton rapper Spider Loc would post a conversation with a current inmate at Tehachapi. The man would claim Tory was on a tier full of Mexicans when a Mexican stabbed Tory. He'd confirmed Tory had to be airlifted from the prison, and the prison was placed on lockdown.
So he was in a Mexican
He'd also confirmed as soon as the lockdown is lifted, the blacks will be seeking revenge on the Mexicans.
What's Gucci?
What's cracking?
What it do, Fight?
Shit, nothing much to look, right? This morning, brother, the Mex came out and bust on the boy Tory. You know, they airlifted him and all that, so you know, that's gonna respond when we come off this shit. We're gonna respond the right way to that.
They laid the yard down.
No, it happened in the building.
What was it over? It was over some. What he had did he have a debt, a gambling debt or something?
Nah, nothing like that. Shit, we don't even really know. We don't even know the whole situation. You know.
So it was just like some foul play. So it's finna be up.
Yeah, it did for sure with some foul play.
Damn.
This politics in jail is crazy.
Wasn't nobody.
But why they talking about it on the phone though? They ain't listening. You think they don't understand slang? They understand our slang.
Right there with him when it happened. Wasn't nobody right there with him when he went down?
Yeah, I guess nobody wasn't. He was by himself out there. He got a whole chair full of necks. He on a whole chair full of necks.
Wow.
But you already know, once we get off this shit, we press play.
I'm already knowing. God damn.
Let's press play.
Tehachapi has a known reputation for being SNY, otherwise known as a special needs yard. These yards are known to house gang dropouts, snitches, sex offenders, and anyone else whose life is threatened by being in general population. But California has also recently implemented 50-50 yards, half general population, half SNY, to integrate the two prison societies. This goes against strict prison gang politics, mainly for the Mexicans and whites who are allegedly forced to attack any rival or SNY inmate to essentially remove themselves from the yard until they are placed back in general population amongst the quote-unquote honorable convicts. While general population is deadly, it's
I heard it's a race thing in jail.
And SNY yards can be just as dangerous, if not worse, as the gang politics that keep things in line go out the window and violence becomes rampant. It's unclear if Tory was in fact SNY, as that comes with its own bad reputation within prison, but it's likely Tory was...
I would think Tory would be on PC. That's why I am. He's celebrity. Any celebrity, they be like, I want to be on. You can't do that. You got too much attention. He might be in Jam Pop, but I feel like that's a target.
Placed on a 50-50 yard, and his politics didn't require him to remove himself. Now, Tory's attacker would be identified as 42-year-old Santino Casio, a man with a dark, violent history.
He thugging. You can tell by the neck tattoo, bro. He thugging.
On June 8th, 2022, a then 20-year-old Santino, who went by the name Sonny, was heard arguing with his 13-year-old girlfriend. Minutes later, she was shot in the face with a shotgun. Santino would go on the run for 2 weeks before being arrested. His own family would testify against him in court, how they heard the argument before the blast. A coroner would testify the barrel must have been 4 inches away from the girl's face before it went off. An interview from the day he was arrested would be played at trial, where Santino admitted to having a relationship with the 13-year-old girl for a month before the shooting. The girl was a runaway, while Santino was on parole from the California Youth Authority for burglary. In 2004, Santino would be sentenced to life in prison for murdering 13-year-old Evelyn Candejas and 2 other attempted murders from 2 separate stabbings. While in prison, he'd be sentenced to an additional 6 years for a prison stabbing on another inmate, and in 2018, he was sentenced to an additional 2 years for possessing a knife in prison. Santino Casio was as dangerous as they come, but his conviction for murdering a 13-year-old girl he'd been dating confirms he was definitely an SNY inmate, as he'd never be allowed to walk in general population without being stabbed or killed. Why he chose to attack Tory Lanez is unknown. Many question if Tory was targeted because of his own conviction for allegedly shooting his former friend Meg Thee Stallion. The fact that he had a female victim, many would assume would be reason enough for him to be hit. But Santino's case is far worse than Tory's could ever be portrayed, and offers no motive as to why this happened. Tory Lanez...
Niggas is not stabbing Tory Lanez because he shot Megan. That don't make sense. Now the race thing can play, but my brain probably taking on some other shit. It's going extra. It's going extra because what just happened? The bodyguard just admitted old girl did what she did. This nigga end up getting stabbed 14 times. Come on, man. Y'all making shit. I don't want to pay attention because this weird shit start making sense.
Is expected to survive, and it can also be expected that Santino be placed in the shoe and receive additional time in prison for this attack. But what is more time to someone who's already serving a lifetime?
Doing time.
A superstar rapper once on top of...
Facts. Don't even take me to court and give me an extra 10 years, nigga. I'm in this bitch for life. Don't... Like, that's stupid. We're going to give you more time. I'm in this bitch for life. Triple life? Man, you going to piss me off more. What the fuck? That ain't funny. I think you just pissed him off more. We got to go to court for your new sentence. And he hit your ass with triple life. Man, I'm going to be pissed off if I go back to the cage. He gonna go back to doing
now surrounded by killers with nothing to lose because of a stupid decision that changed the entire course of his life. Tory is lucky to have survived this, and
if he survived, he a soldier,
remains
bro.
lucky enough to survive the remaining years of his 10-year prison sentence.
Man, 10 years?
Now, when Tory was sentenced to prison, everybody assumed one of two things. One is his money and celebrity status is gonna keep him safe, and two, because he has a female victim, he could be targeted.
Nah.
I don't know if either one played a role in this, but the fact that Tory was damn near killed, right? Because prisons don't call in a helicopter for nothing.
Nah,
they all have medical units within the prison. Like, if it's superficial, they'll fix you. The fact that he had to be airlifted, his lungs collapsed, Tory almost got killed. This was a serious stabbing. Anytime a helicopter lands, it's serious. The fact that he survived this and the fact that he was hit up in the first place shows you how real prison is. Your celebrity status is not going to protect you. If you're accessible...
I don't know why niggas think going to jail cool, bro. Oh, man. Shit.
It can happen to you. The fact that Tory was on an SNY yacht, from my understanding, doesn't mean he necessarily went PC for protective custody.
That's just because he a celebrity.
From my understanding, the black race in California State Prison doesn't have to remove themselves from SNY yards because their politics don't do that. The whites and the Mexicans will not stay on a 50-50 yard. It's required that they remove themselves. The reason they do that is so they don't run into pieces of shit like Santino Casio, a man that murdered a 13-year-old girl that he was dating, right? General population, they don't want him there. So if he goes there, they remove him. But if they get placed into a dorm or a unit where they're surrounded by weird fucks like that guy, they gotta pop on somebody to remove themselves. The reality is, if Tory was never at that spot around that guy, this would have never happened. And that's the thing about general population. Even though it's so strict, it's controlled chaos. That's why when Spider Loc was questioning his boy inside of the prison, he was asking, was it a gambling debt or something? Did Tory do something? What would cause someone of another race to attack him? Because under controlled politics, that doesn't happen like that. But in this situation, with SNY inmates, there's no rules and everything is off limits, resulting in Tory Lanez damn near being killed. But let me know y'all's thoughts and comments in the comments.
Why you think this nigga, man, that Mexican knew who the hell he was? Why the hell would I stab Tory Lanez, bro? In GTA? Why Tory? Why Tory? My brain wanna say, hey, look, books paid for life. Why your time in jail? What you mean? That's my cuckoo brain saying. It's saying that nigga was paid. That nigga doing too much talking behind bars. Let me stop playing. Man. I pray Tory get better, man. I don't know him like that, but his music touched me, make me feel some type of way, and I would hate to lose Tory. Cause we done lost him already to some bullshit. 10 years. But to almost be stabbed to death, bro? Man, he ain't even supposed to be on her. That man supposed to be on house arrest somewhere, bro. Even if Shorty was shot, she's still living. Fully functional. Been on opposite sides of the world. That nigga be in Canada, she be in America. He can't come back unless he got like a big ass stadium concert. Other than that, he stay in Canada. Man. I don't know. That nigga signed up for that, bro. He didn't want to tell. I don't shit. Do 10 years or tell who really shot her at? Shit. She shot her. Facts, nigga. Snitching my you can put that in the comments. Think about that. But everybody got their own path. Everybody got their own life to live. I just wish the best for Tory, man. But hopefully, just get him home. But if not, it is what it is.